All right, not me setting up the camera like this. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Nia Talking Nia, and today we are going to do moisturizing things. I already put some of this on my hair and can too. So I'm a natural hair girly, and these are the things that I wear. I'm now getting into doing more content, so you're gonna see a lot of things, different settings and stuff, but I'm either at the beach, in my room, or in the living room. So that's where you're gonna see me. But welcome to my channel. I use Shea Moisture for now. I just went to Walmart, like, I would say in January. I went to Walmart. I got my big check from my job. And I went to Walmart and I just got a bunch of these for the year. So far, I'm down to like one more, which is the Auntie Jam that I have that's purple. I haven't used it, but I did buy 2 of these Shea Moistures and I like them preferably. But we'll see. We'll see how the purple stuff works next. But I'm a natural girl. I've been wearing my natural hair for about 10 years and finally have found something for me, a hairstyle, which is these twists. They get kind of dry and I don't want my hair to lock up, but that is how my hair is supposed to be naturally. So please remember that when you're doing your hair, don't beat yourself up. Your hair is supposed to naturally be in locks, but you know, your girl likes to switch things up. But however you wear your hair is how you wear it, but I'm trying to add some moisture back into it. I should have grabbed a mirror. All right, well, we're just going to do this without a mirror. So it's going to look a little crazy. Get your hands all messy, okay? And just apply product to your hair. So as I do this, we could talk. I'm 27, and I'm at a point where I'm trying different things, switching careers, have a career established. So currently, I am working for an airline that I do like. I was at this really bad airline. Now I'm not. And I'm taking a moment to still look at my other options. I feel like not cutting off, my degree is good, but I'm also thinking about going down the therapy route. I say this because I'm really good at talking to people, which is something that not a lot of people are good at. I get into spaces with so many different people, and somehow, some way, I can still manage to make at least one friend out of, like, I would say maybe a group of 3, right? I talk to people on the daily. I make friends on the daily too. And that's kind of like a goal that I have for other people too. Like, I don't just make friends and then I'm just like, well, that's for me. Like, no, like, I love people and I genuinely want people to talk to other people. So I guess another thing is a lot of people ask me, how do you talk to people? Just walk up to them and start speaking. But also I do understand it is pretty abnormal. Like, as humans, we're so guarded. We don't want to talk to anybody. We don't want to rely on anybody or anything, and a lot of people get kind of jaded by that and they stop their, I guess their fortune. That's what I want to say. I don't want to say blessings. I'm really agnostic, but, they stop things that could be good for them because they fear that they're going to come off like a creep or whatever. Now, you can come off creepy if you act creepy. Another thing that's good when you first approach somebody, ask them their age. Because I'm 27 and a lot of people look older than they really are. Not me, of course, but a lot of people do. And you don't want to end up talking to somebody who's like 17, 18, 19. Well, that's just me. That's my spiel. I'm trying to avoid. I'm not like Shannon Sharp. We don't do that here. But ask somebody's age. And another thing too, the environment you're in. Like, I go to the spa and you have to be 18 and up to go there. I still ask people their age. Even though I make a lot of friends by going to the spa, I still ask people, how old are you? And then if they say like they're like 18, 19, even 20, I have the right to like leave the conversation. That's it. But if you're going to spaces, like, you're going to go talk to people when you go to the mall, like, you need to be a little cautious. There's some people who do that. Even when you go to a bar, like, I don't really talk to people when I'm at a bar. That's not where I want to meet people. Like, if I'm talking to people at a bar, it would be to hook up, and I don't want to hook up. So, not trying to be mean to anybody who goes to the bar to meet people, it's not the greatest place to meet people. Like, I know, you want to have fun with your girls. I did too, but I realized people that go to the club and to lounges don't have good intentions of being a good friend. They don't. Please don't do that. Don't think that you're going to just go out and you're going to meet the man of your life standing in the corner because he doesn't want to party like his bros. No, if anything, that's the one that is worse. That is the one that is worse than his bros. What's another thing? go to places that you like. So like I said, I go to the spa and I always end up making friends because that's just me. I'm always there. Also, I just love to talk to people, and that's why the career that I'm choosing, both careers, are driven to talking to people, teaching people. That's what I do here online. Like, I basically talk to y'all, but I think I want to do more of a thing where I teach other people how to talk to people. So that's why I'm like, maybe I'll go to school for either counseling or therapy. I'm not sure. All I know is that I want to help people learn how to talk to others. There's also people who have speech impediments, anxiety, things like that are completely normal. But I definitely think after the pandemic, talking to people has gotten weird. I'm still the same old person that I am because I naturally just talk to people. But I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people don't know how to talk to others. And I think the pandemic made that worse, sadly. Um, so yes, walk up to somebody, don't feel weird, ask the age, that's important. Go to places that you like. What's another thing? Don't just talk to anybody. I don't just, not this dropping. Don't just talk to anybody, obviously. Talk to somebody that's your vibe. Like, I usually talk to people who have cool, quirky tattoos, or they're wearing something that people don't normally wear because I'm so artsy and I'm myself. I want to attract people who are being themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to attract people who want to wear Gucci, Louis, Prada. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time for that. Like, I don't really care. Usually those are the people I don't vibe with too well. Or coach, even coach, but some girls, coach girlies are cool, but that too. So I'm not trying to say size up what people are wearing so that they size up what you're wearing, but just be aware of that. Like, I'm approachable to fruitful people, and I'm approachable to people who are bland as well, people who are boring, right? But with that being said, I also think about how they will react to me because I'm not always going to be boring. I'm not always going to be, in a place of do nothing. So that's it too. I attract a lot of like quirky, fun, cool people. And I love that. I also love to be cultural. I'm not saying I won't just walk up to a white person, but I'm just saying they're not my priority. As in, when it comes to making friends, if you are not being yourself, and you are not a minority, we're not going to be friends. We're not. I'm using raw coconut oil. But just because we're not friends doesn't mean I'm not going to respect you. I respect everybody, so that's not the case. But my point is that I choose to be friends with people who are culturally aware. Whether that is your culture or not, also being accepting of it. Now, you have some people who are performative, so that's another thing to think of. But like, even when I'm at the spa, a lot of people come to speak to me, and I'm nice to them, but it doesn't mean I have to. Like, there was this guy, older Caucasian male, that tried to talk to me when I was at the spa, and I was like, it's a no. Like, I was like, first of all, you're not my type. But then secondly, I'm like, ew, like, he was old, and he was fit. Like, there was nothing wrong with him, but it was more about like, why are you walking up to me when you know I look like I could be your daughter? That disturbed me. That disturbed me. I don't care if he had millions of dollars. I have integrity, and it wasn't giving for me. And he was like, I'm from Massapequa. I was like, okay, and like, I don't really care. Like, it was so weird. I'm not from Massapequa, but he was just trying to say like, oh, you're from New York. I'm from New York too. And I'm like, okay. And then he kept asking, like, it really bothered me too. Like, there's some people who are creepy. Like, when you talk to people, let me give you some advice. Don't ask them exactly where they're from. You could say what town, that's no problem. But if somebody tells you I'm from New York, and then you try to ask them where in New York, and they tell you a county, then leave it there. Because that says they don't want to disclose, and they shouldn't have to. Like, people are scary. People could stalk you and do all types of things. Like, it's scary, so leave them alone. But something that I want to do, I love oil. I want to mention, too, is that get the hint. Like, get social cues. Like, if somebody is not giving you any information or short answers, keep it walking. I want to maybe do a little series about how I make so many friends. Yes, it probably looks white in my hair right now, but it's supposed to. It will seep in. It needs to bake. It needs to bake. You know, girls who wear makeup, they bake. This needs to bake. You need to let it set in. But I'm trying to make them last longer, so I'm just putting the moisture back in because when I go to the spa, it gets taken out. Basically, I'm washing my hair all over again. But what was I saying? Oh, take the hint. If somebody doesn't want to talk to you, don't force it. Maybe you thought they were cool, they ended up not being cool. Keep it pushing. Does that mean there's something wrong with you? No. Does that mean that was rejection? No. It just means that somebody doesn't want to talk. Mind you, I go to spas. So, yeah, people are trying to relax. I go to the beach. People are trying to relax. But naturally, people just like to talk to me, I guess, because I seem like a nice person. And I like it. I enjoy it. But it doesn't mean I have to talk to them if I'm not vibing. I would say don't give out your number. Try to give out a social media, even an email if you want. But try not to give out your number, because once somebody has your number, that's too much knowledge. That is too much knowledge. But yeah, have the courage to talk to someone. Scope things out. Look at them. See like what they're wearing. Like there's certain things that the girlies that are like 18 would be wearing versus somebody who's like in their 20s would be wearing. You know what I mean? Scope it out. Like if you're a guy, like just think about it. Don't just assume somebody's a certain age. Like and I'm really trying to help you, because a lot of men, creeps, will talk to very, very young girls and be like, I didn't know. Yeah, a lot of girlies are wearing makeup, but also you did know, you just didn't care, and that's disgusting. So just do your research before you go out into a public space. Think about where you're at. Think about who's going to be there. Think about that. Like, I feel like, because if I had a son, this is advice I would give if I had a son. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I'm talking to y'all. If I had a son, this is what I would say to you if you were trying to talk to women, right? I'd be like, okay, where are you going? What time? What's the crowd normally like, right? What age group? I think that's really important to focus on age first before you approach somebody, and make that the first thing you ask them, because somebody can give you a compliment, you give them a compliment, you're vibing, ask them their age and get that out the way. Get that out the way before you even ask for media, anything. And I know everyone's like, oh, a lot of women don't like to disclose their age, but like if somebody's obviously in their 30s, they're obviously in their 30s. What I like to do sometimes is approach a situation too, if speaking of man or woman, where I'm like, are you going to school out here? Are you I'm like, okay, are you from New York? Are you from this place? Do you go to school out here? You're just working. I try to assess, because if you're in college, you definitely are above the age of 18, but you could be 18. So you know what I mean? Like, scope it out. Continue to ask. But also, if they say, oh, I graduated, they're definitely above the age of 21. Basically, you shouldn't be talking. Look, if you're over the age of 21, you should not be talking to anybody who can't drink. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I think about Shannon Sharpe, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you can't even go out to grab a drink with this girl. Like, that's embarrassing. That's disgusting. That is like your niece. Like, that's your daughter. What are you doing? What are you doing? And this is a complete stranger. That's so weird to me. I that's just my rule. I don't know how anyone else works, but that's my rule. So scope out age, and then see if the personality fits. Ask them what they do. Ask them where they go. Ask them, try to hint in like a little bit of politics too. Like, I'll be like, man, this administration, oh my gosh, and I'm just worried about teaching. And then if they're like, yeah, and I'm like, all right, cool, you passed the vibe check. Okay, cool, we on the same politics. Cool. If they don't, and they're just like nonchalant about it, they're not for me. They're not a friend for me. They're not a partner for me. They're not. That's how you talk to people. But I'll give more advice on that. But I think I want to give more advice on how to talk to people, how to meet people, because I've noticed that that's something I do easily. And I want that for other people. I want people to talk. I want people to not come off as rude, because sometimes people think when you don't talk, you're rude. But you're not just rude. You can just be shy. And then you come off a little rude. But yeah, that's that. I moisturize my hair. I have to let this seep in. We'll see what happens. We'll see how long these last. But for now, they're just a little puffy. But still, I can still unlock them when I want. So we'll see what happens. Bye, y'all.